It's a combination of a very specific pixel geometry, rendering, and an optical bonding process that together create the effect that your eye can't distinguish between the individual pixels at normal viewing distances, in this case at 17 inches, less than arm's length. This clear type display also reduces Z height and conserves battery power. It has some of the other high performance features you saw too. It's got that 2x2 antenna technology. This is a first in tablets. It has dual high performance antennas and receivers so that you get the best Wi-Fi performance possible no matter how you hold it. It also has a chassis that's built out of that same durable and elegant vapor mag that enables features like the 0.7 millimeter thin kickstand, less than a millimeter. It's got the same compatible accessory spine that Stephen had, so if you take a touch cover like he had, it just clicks in. It clicks in the same. It has that same designed-in feeling because the entire Surface family of products was designed together. Even closed like this is still less than 17 millimeters. This PC has specs that rival those of the finest Ultrabooks that have ever been announced. And it delivers the power and the flexibility that you would expect of a high-end PC. This PC is powered by Intel's third generation Core i5 processor, the Ivy Bridge processor. This is their 22 nanometer process that results in a CPU that's faster, a GPU that has double the 3D graphics throughput, all while using less power than today's Core i5s. But with that power comes a unique design challenge. How do you design a PC that you might be holding in any different way or have a cover in the front and the back to integrate active cooling? There's no obvious place to put a vent. So here's our solution. This is called perimeter venting. You see this groove that goes all the way around the outside of the case? And there's a good shot of it up on the screen. This allows air to be uniformly distributed across the entire PC when necessary in a way that you never block it with your hands. In fact, you never even feel it, which makes the PC really comfortable to hold, which is really helpful when doing things like flipping back your keyboard and taking notes with digital ink. Surface for Windows 8 Pro supports digital inking. Windows apps of all kinds can support inking. So here what I've done is I can go back to the desktop and show you what I launched. I launched the Windows Reader. And this is a PDF file of one of Stephen's blog posts. So you can see I can pan and zoom. What I can really do here is I can come and I could do ink. I'm going to come and say this is great. Now, what you'll notice when I ink and I zoom in, as I zoom in, that ink stays smooth. That's because it's being sampled at 600 DPI. That's sub-pixel accuracy for ink. What that does is it keeps your handwriting very smooth, and hopefully yours is a little better than mine. One of the neat things about this, too, is as I'm inking, from here I can see the tip of the pen almost feels like it's writing exactly on the screen. Since the screen is optically bonded, we've eliminated the layers in between the thin cover glass and the screen, so it feels like you're inking right on the page. The distance between the stylus and where I see the ink is only 0.7 millimeters. That's the thinnest and closest distance of any tablet PC, any inking tablet ever. Now, one of the other things that's going on here is as I'm moving my hand, you see the page is not moving underneath my hand. That's because Windows has palm block technology. This Surface has two digitizers. It has one for touch and a separate one for digital ink. And what happens is when I bring the pen close to the screen, Windows sees the proximity of the pen and stops taking touch input so my hand doesn't mess up what I'm writing. And when I'm done with the pen, you can see the little magnetic charging connector there. It just clicks in. So that's one of the cool things on Surface for Windows 8 Pro and inking.